everyone. Today's How to Be Happy January video is a little bit sweet, a little bit bitter. While I cannot believe it, today is the last How to Be Happy January video. I know, everybody can just chime in right now and go, oh, it's really weird. Crazy how fast the month has gone by. But it's also sweet because I'm not only excited just about like today's video in general, but I'm excited for my little roundup of the month, roundup of the video, little How to Be Happy January chat I'm gonna do at the end of the video. This week's theme is Spirituality and Mental Health Week. I had to do the hand thing. And I think that taking a lazy day or a Sabbath sits square in the middle of mental health, and I think that it is so important in, like I said, your mental health and your happiness. So without further ado, let's jump right in.
Here we go with what a typical lazy day would look like for me. I am most definitely sleeping in on lazy days because you know I'm about that sleep life, and Bowser is about that twinkle light life. Ooh!
It's Zoe!
Literally, she's so cute. I can't handle it. As you can tell, a lazy day for us is clearly about hanging out, sleeping in, lounging with the puppies, a lot of puppy lounging, and yeah, but we still make our bed even on lazy days. How many times can I say lazy day in this video? Oh yeah, making the bed, smoothing out those wrinkles very lazily, and fluffing the pillow. All right, so working my way out, you know I gotta be hydrated on those lazy days. Filling up some water. I've told you guys before, this fridge is the thing that makes me feel like I made it in life.
I feel like I look super ratchet.
All right, so opening up my fridge and I'm making some lazy day food. So I pulled out some gluten-free bread, and this is the Udi's Millet Chia bread. I almost called it lazy day bread. And I'm gonna pop that in the toaster. And gluten-free bread, I find you actually have to toast a little longer. So turn up my toaster a little bit to like level 6, which doesn't mean anything to you if you don't have the same toaster. But I toast my bread, and then I'm gonna pull out half of an avocado, and I'm going to spread it on the bread with a little fork, like so. And then I'm gonna take one of my goat cheese medallions from Trader Joe's, put that on top of the toast. Bowser wants some. Can't have it, Bowser. Then I'm taking some olive oil.
No, Bowser, not for bunnies.
And I'm gonna be drizzling that on top of the toast. And then I'm gonna top it with some chunky sea salt. This is my favorite salt. I love it. It's chunky and delicious. That doesn't sound delicious, but it is. And then I'm plating my little toast breakfast. Oh, so then I went over and I decided on this lazy day to chill out and watch one of my favorite shows, and that is The Pioneer Woman. I love catching up on The Pioneer Woman, and if you don't know who The Pioneer Woman is, you have to check her out. Look her up in the Google, and she is actually a blogger who has a show on Food Network now. I guess all that food watching made Bowsy hungry, and Zoe was hungry too. So yeah, check her out. I'm obsessed, and at this point, usually Dan will join me on the couch and we will lounge out together to The Pioneer Woman. Lounging and cuddling is honestly what my lazy days are mostly about. That's what is the funnest thing to me. So then I'm making some tea because, you know, even on a lazy day or not, every day I gotta have it. It's gotta be a tea day. That's what I was gonna say. Every day it's gotta be a tea day. So I'm pouring my tea through the strainer, putting my lid on, and then I decided to do a mask, and this is one of my favorite masks right now. It's the Kate Somerville Dermal Quenched mask, and it's a really exfoliating mask, but it's the more gentle version, so that's always good. And then another thing that I like to do on lazy days is clean out my closet. So I turned on the Hollywood Reporter Roundtable. It's been one of my favorite things to watch on YouTube lately. You have to look it up. They do behind the scenes kind of interview roundtable discussions with actors, directors, writers, all kinds of people in the entertainment industry. So I cleaned out some of my clothes, put my shoes away, and now I'm heading out to sort out the laundry that I pulled from the closet. Some of these clothes I decided I wanted to put in my pajama drawer, some I decided I wanted to give away, and then I'm taking my extra hangers, putting them back, and then shoving my clothes into my already full clothing drawer. So yeah, then I might chill out some more. I'm watching some more Hollywood Reporter right now, Roundtable. I actually know the woman who produces the show, and I was starstruck when she told me that. So, putting down my stuff and sitting down to do some laundry.
Good. You look so good in your bra. Oh, you king of the mountain? Queen? laundry partner.
So I know I'm a freak, but doing laundry is actually really exciting. Well, exciting's the wrong word. It's fun to me on a lazy day. And I know that's not the case for everyone, but I like getting all of my clothes clean. And side note, a subscriber gave me this sign. Shout out to you if you made it. I love it. Another thing that I like to do on lazy days is a full-on manicure. Now, I'm not showing my entire manicure on camera, but when I really have time, I like to do a full-on salon manicure. So, just taking off my nail polish. Then I'm cleaning under my nails, filing them down to shape. And then this is the color that I'm going to be using on my nails today. While, of course, I watch more Pioneer Woman. What can I say? So then I used my Butter London hardware top coat.
Think I can do it?
No.
If you know what that show is from, go ahead and guess. And then the Essie Quick E Dry Drops. Then I like to take some acetone and a little makeup brush and clean out the outer edges of my nails where I messed up the nail polish. And that, guys, just about sums up what a lazy day looks like for me.
Alright guys, so that wraps up my lazy day / Sabbath routine, I guess you could say. So I'm gonna go ahead, I have a bunch of things that I want to talk to you guys about, and I'm not really sure like which order to talk to you about them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move down the list sequentially, although I don't know what kind of sequence it's in because I'm just gonna talk about the things I need to talk about. First thing, to everyone who commented on my last video, which was the truth about my religion, I wanted to say thank you. Uploading that video was really interesting because, as you can imagine, it was a little bit scary for me to upload that video, and some of the comments in the video, they were a little hurtful, and some of the comments in the video were just really moving. Side note, I had like a 2 a.m., literally I had like a 2 a.m. panic attack the night after the video went up because I was lying there in bed and I was like, oh my god, what was I doing? Like talking about religion and faith, like should I have done that? Oh my gosh. But honestly, like regardless of how I felt, after a little bit of sleep, I realized that it was not a mistake. Because like I said, regardless of how I felt, you guys participated in conversation about faith and spirituality, and that was the whole point of the video. So I wanted to say thank you for that. I think it's really important to slow down in life and take the time to think about all of these things. I honestly think I must have read at least like 80% of the comments. So like I said, thank you. Next thing, once again, thank you to everyone who has been buying my tumbler cup. Dan and I were sitting in the living room last night and we were just like sitting there on our phones next to each other, like scrolling through all the pictures that you guys have been sending me. It is so crazy to see you guys with the pictures of the cup. We are twinning now no matter where you are if you have it. So I just have to say thank you again so much. And if you want to buy the cup or check it out, I will link the cup down below in the info box, as well as the corny commercial that Dan and I made for the cup. So yeah, that was the second thing. All right, next topic. Today's video, lazy days / Sabbaths. Now, I've mentioned this like briefly before in my videos this month for How to Be Happy January about the importance of taking a day off or taking a Sabbath. And side note, if you watched my last video, I mentioned the 10 Commandments, and it's kind of crazy because taking a Sabbath is actually in the 10 Commandments, like right up there with not committing murder and not committing adultery and all of these other important things. So it is super important. Also, Rick Warren made a really good point that if you stick to calling it a Sabbath instead of a day off, you are more likely to honor that day and keep that day sacred, because there's just something about the name, like Sabbath. It sounds like it's really important, but a day off, you'll find reasons to make excuses and say, oh, I'm being lazy, I don't need a day off, I have to go. Versus knowing that it's something that if you believe the 10 Commandments, you are commanded to do. I think that the reason that it is so important to take a Sabbath and to have lazy days is because we burn out. Kind of funny story, except not really funny story. I have gone through long periods in my life where I didn't take a Sabbath. In fact, most of my life prior to being with Dan, I didn't take Sabbaths, and pretty much what would happen all the time is my body would burn out. Like my body would literally give out. I would push it to the max and my body would just quit. I would inevitably injure myself, and it just wasn't good. Now that I'm used to taking weekly Sabbaths, I have noticed how much of a huge difference it makes. And I'm talking like huge difference. It makes the other like super busy 6 days that much more productive and effective, and I feel like I'm really bringing my best and I'm really involved rather than like wishing that I was doing anything else rather than being there like sleeping or relaxing, because I've already gotten that. even if you are so busy that your head is about to explode, which I think that most of us have been there, if not all of us, you still need to take a Sabbath. In fact, I'm gonna say that that's when you need it the most. All right, now you may be asking, but wait, Nikki, what is a Sabbath? What does that mean? I saw you doing laundry on your Sabbath. And what I'm gonna say to that, I don't really know what a Sabbath is actually supposed to be, but what Rick Warren said I thought was really interesting. He said that a Sabbath should be anything that is refreshing and like rejuvenating and inspiring and relaxing and beautiful. Bringing it back to the laundry, I'm kind of a freak because even though I work from home, the rest of the week gets so busy and so crazy that I often don't get a chance to just slow down and make my house a home. So when I take my Sabbath, a lot of the times I like doing my laundry and cleaning my closet and cleaning my house and, like I said, making it a home. And I'll usually watch shows while I'm doing it, catch up on the things that I love catching up on. And for me, it just feels really genuinely relaxing and refreshing because that's not what I'm doing the rest of the week. And also, not all of my Sabbaths are like that. Sometimes my Sabbaths really just consist of like watching movies and shows with Dan, going to the movies, taking sunset walks, chilling on the couch, eating good food, sometimes going to yoga. They just kind of change depending on what I feel like doing on that day. Doing your laundry may sound like the least or the farthest thing from relaxing that you can possibly think of. And if that's the case, don't do it. You are not being lazy. You are not a loser. If you want to lie around in bed all day, you are not, like I said, being lazy. You are being responsible. You are taking care of your vehicle that takes you through life, the only vehicle you have, the only vehicle you can't replace, and you are taking care of it so that all of the other days of the week when you are jam-packed and busy, you can bring your absolute best to the table. You are on your A game and you are committed to those other 6 days. All right, now a couple other things. One, in my opinion, a Sabbath does not have to be on a Sunday. A Sabbath is just one day out of the 7 every week set aside to do everything we just talked about. And then the other thing is, saying yes to a Sabbath will mean saying no to other things. But that's okay. It's a struggle for me to not work 7 days a week, and honestly, pretty much everyone that I know is in the same boat. Life is busy, and that is the point of a Sabbath, to stop the business, to give your body and your mind a day to rest and recharge. So when it makes you cringe because you're pushing back a deadline or letting someone down or just saying no to something so that you can say yes to a day off, know that that is how everyone feels. You are not the exception to the rule and like, oh, you're too busy to do it. Everybody feels that way when they're making a priority for a Sabbath, or when they're making a Sabbath their priority. Everyone is busy. But like I said, know truly that you are saying no to other things so that you can bring your absolute best to everything else you do throughout the week. So, yeah, that's it, guys. I don't know what that was. It was like a weird dance. That is it. So everybody, say goodbye to How to Be Happy January. I don't know what that was. See you next year, How to Be Happy January in 2016. So crazy. I was wondering, like, what are we all gonna be doing in 2016? Like, what is it gonna be like next year? Crazy that we did it and it's done. Holy cow, man. Now, okay, don't be too sad. You may not be that sad, but if you are sad, don't be too sad because I have some big news. I'm going to be doing a theme in February, and the theme that I'm choosing to do feels like the logical next theme because of the development of our conversations and where everything has been leading. So I was gonna wait till the first episode of the theme to, like, the first episode of the month to tell you about the theme, but I decided after much deliberation, okay, just kidding, not that much deliberation, just a little bit of deliberation, I decided to tell you guys the theme today. So, yo, are you ready? All right, I feel like we need a drum roll. Follow your dreams, February. I feel like I need the hand. Follow your dreams, February. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't know, I feel like I have to party by myself. It's silent in my room. I need some party noises. Okay, I am so excited for this next month's theme because I feel like I said, like, it makes the most sense in the progress of the conversation that we've been having. I personally think that, like, the next expression or step in happiness is tapping into some of the things that you really want to do and then figuring out how to make them happen, how to make them come to life. Everything that you were dreaming and wanting is possible, but in my opinion, I keep saying that, possible is the key word. It may not work out, but it most definitely could. And I think taking actions towards that possibility, you will find what you truly love, you will learn so much, and you will meet incredible people. I feel like another really strange dichotomy in happiness is that at a certain point you have to get out of your head and you have to take action towards the things that inspire you, towards the things that you want to do, towards the dreams that scare you, or like a better word that my therapist uses is thrill you, moving towards the dreams that thrill you. So yeah, I am very excited for Follow Your Dreams February. Thank you so much for all of your support in How to Be Happy January and for helping to bring this series to life through the conversations that went on between us in the comment section and in the videos. It really felt like a back and forth conversation, so thank you for that. By the way, the schedule for Follow Your Dreams February is gonna be a little bit all over the map, but I am uploading the first episode on Monday. I was gonna upload Sunday, but it's a Super Bowl on Sunday, so I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna upload on Monday. Maybe it'll be a really good start to your week. I hope it will. I will see you all Monday. I love you so much, and once again, thank you so much for everything. I don't know, I'm hitting my Tumblr with much enthusiasm. So much. All right, guys, I will see you soon. Bye, my amigos. Bye. Bye. See you later. Bye. Okay, bye for reals. Okay, bye. No, really. Bye. I don't know why I like doing that at the end.
And I shall not walk, no, I shall